Hi, Philip from TW White & Sons. We've been delighted to acquire this Mazda CX-5 2-litre 165 PS GT Sport Nav Plus. Registered 26th of June 19, 2 owners with full service history, finished in beautiful Snowflake white pearl with dark brown Nappa leather interior. So it's top specification. In really great condition, this car. It's covered about 43,000 miles. We'll confirm that in a minute, which is still very low mileage for this age of car. Absence of alloy wheel scuffs, really great condition. Snowflake white pearl paintwork, minimal marking to it, so it's in fabulous order. But a really top spec car, this. Parking sensors front and rear, 360 camera. You've got power lift gate, which you can operate off the key or through the button there. Retractable load area cover. You've got the BOSE sound system, all the pump kit there, tools, etc. You can fold these seats down with these quick release levers. So it's got 60-40 split seats. In fact, you can do it any sort of configuration you like. You can see there, 50-50, you can leave the middle bit up, or you can take both these sections down, or that section down. So it's a very adaptable vehicle. Superbly finished. At TW White & Sons, we will take any vehicle in part exchange against this wonderful GT Sport Nav Plus CX-5. We'll be as competitive as any of the online companies, those that wish to buy your car, in terms of part exchange price, whilst offering you outstanding levels of customer service. This car will come, worth mentioning, it's undergone through our workshop 101 point used car check, where we check everything: brake pads, brake discs for wear and tear, tyre tread depths, etc. So safe in the knowledge that it's been very well looked after, been serviced, etc. Electric windows all round, electric power folding door mirrors. The GT spec, minor details like these little switches have got the aluminium finish to the electric seat adjustment. You've got 2-step memory obviously, but there's small differences between this and the next model down, which is a Sport Nav Plus, and there's differences that turn this into a GT. The previous owners left the carpet mats in, which is nice. Features BOSE sound system, first banker switches. You come to our you've got your electric tailgate, obviously. Down here you've got fuel and bonnet release right in front of you. No fidgeting about for the fuel flap opener, it's here. Mazda stop-start, I-stop technology, lane departure warning, traction control, camera, parking sensors, electronic tailgate, power lift gate as they call it. Just sitting inside the car, brought the keys in, it's keyless start. There's some very good features on this. Namely, the other thing about GT spec cars is that they fit this right the way through the car, this dark black roof lining, to give it much more of a sort of premium feel. Wonderful car, this. Foot on the clutch, engine stop start. We can confirm the mileage at 42,329 miles. Very clear instrumentation. We'll go over that now. You've got tachometer, rev counter left hand side. In the centre you've got speedo. On the right hand side you've got temperature gauge and fuel gauge. Immediately flanked to the left and right of the speedometer are an instant MPG readout. And on the right hand side you've got the range indicator, how much fuel you've got left in the tank. In this case it's 45 miles. No warning lights on, bar the handbrake light and the seatbelt light. So absolute clean bill of health with this vehicle. Left hand side of the multi-function steering wheel, you can adjust volume for the phone. You've got info button, integrated Bluetooth with voice control. Right hand side you've got radar, adaptive cruise control. Radar cruise control, it will sense vehicles in front of you and slow the car down as appropriate. So it's much more than just a cruise control. Over here, wipers with variable speed on the intermittent, and both the front and rear wipers are concentrated on the one stalk. Left hand side here you've got auto lights, where you got on the inner part of the collar you've got front and rear fog lamps, side lights, low beam, flash, etc., indicators, the lot. So really good specification. If I press this info button on the left hand side of the steering wheel, you can do things like the trip meters, of which you've got 2, lane departure warning, service when it's due next in 12 months, so we've just serviced it, range indicator, speedo. Just zero this, I think is probably the easiest. Keep your finger on the info button, it zeroes everything. But such a well finished car. Before I get into all of this, just a few items here. This car comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is an absolute delight to use. It's simple to use in town, very fuel efficient, and excellent for motorway driving. So a really good town and motorway vehicle, this 6-speed transmission, which gives you total driver immersion. It's great through the gears. Main navigation wheel, flanked around that you've got things like master volume control, radio, which is DAB, home screen, nav, back button and star button, which is all to do with this. And the star button, you can set up favourites through your phone book, radio stations, sat nav, etc. Electronic handbrake, air conditioning, dual zone climate control. Just press auto, dial in the temperature you want, and it will adjust the fan speed and where the air goes. Once you press automatic, it'll do all that for you. You can, of course, take it off sync and operate the driver or the passenger's temperature independent of one another. Put it on sync and it syncs it together. Let's just turn on these lights here, give you a bit of a better view of this. So along here you got seat heating. You've also got this seat cooling on this level of car. Let's move that. The seat cooling is a feature of the GT. You don't get this on the standard Sport Nav Plus or Sport Nav of this era. So it's very much a premium top spec vehicle. Air conditioned seats, seat heating. If you're not operating it off auto, to come off auto on the climate control, you just press the fan, it comes off auto, and you can direct the air, you know, wherever you want it to go. But a great system. AC, seat cooler passenger side, seat heater there. You can hear it. It's brilliant in the summer, absolutely brilliant. Air conditioned seats, what a feature. Heated steering wheel. And obviously on the GT, you're also getting this electronic, let's just get it to work, that's it. Electric sunroof, glass sunroof, which tilts and slides. And you've got the advantage of the blind as well. Auto dimming rear view mirror. So a complete specification. This here in the centre, multimedia setup. Look at that, phone integrated Bluetooth with voice control, music, you got DAB, you've got FM AM, USB plug-in, you've also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I'll come back to later. Fuel economy monitor there, gives us a little readout of what everything is. Really great system. Yeah, you see there, average since reset, 0 miles per gallon. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, we're just here. basically, but that will give you the MPG readout. I never use that screen. I've got one of these. I never use that screen. Satellite navigation. Very good sat nav system in the Mazdas. Very simple. Find address, town or postcode. Find places. Like, say, you've got loads of categories here. This is points of interest. If you wanted to find, I don't know, just a fuel station more than anything else, just press that. It comes up with the nearest fuel stations. Highlight the command of which one you want to go to, and the nav will assist you in getting there. Very, very good system. Home screen again. Settings for the vehicle. Add disp. You've got head-up display, which I can see perfectly well, which doesn't come out very easily on this camera, but I can see it very well. Advantage, you can adjust the height of this, brightness, the rotation, display information. This is useful. You can pull the navigation signal through to there. So you keep, the idea behind that is you keep your eyes on the road rather than anything else, and it's a good safety feature. Back button, display, auto day or night modes, brightness and contrast for the central display here. Safety, this car's loaded with safety features. You've got distance recognition support system. You can adjust the parameters of that. Smart city brake support. You can adjust the parameters for that. The warning parameters, how you're warned. Blind spot monitoring. You may have encountered this. The icons in the external mirrors that warn you of somebody in your blind spot. So this car, the GT, quite apart from having the darker roof lining, the air conditioned seats, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it's also got a full safety pack, which consists of lane keep assist as well, and lane departure warning. You can adjust all the warning parameters of that. Traffic sign recognition system, driver attention alert. A little warning comes up on the dash to tell you to take a break. I used to think that was a gimmick, but in fact it's absolutely brilliant. You've got 360 view monitor. When you're parking, it makes it so easy. I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's go back into these settings. I'm sorry I came off that. So you can adjust all of that. Sound, BOSE sound system, so you can adjust bass, treble, fader, balance, guidance, volume for the nav. BOSE center point will give you a more immersive sound experience. BOSE audio pilot will adjust the sound level to compensate for any road or engine noise. Clock, 12 or 24 hour. Vehicle, you can adjust things like your door locks, the volume of your indicators, lighting. The lights in this vehicle are superb. You can adjust the interior lighting, ambient lighting. It's got interior ambient lighting. You can adjust it low, medium, bright. Very useful in winter time, that actually. Interior lights, door open, door close, adaptive LED headlights, coming home light, leaving home light. The auto headlights on, you can adjust the sensitivity of that. So really good spec. Devices, as I said, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You plug your phone in using a USB, which you plug in there, and you will get all the icons on your phone on this screen. So not, well, most of them. If you've got an Apple phone, you'll be able to see, you know, in fact, Apple or Android, doesn't matter. You'll be able to interact with things like WhatsApp messages, Waze navigation, which gives you an alternative nav system to the factory nav, and it's brilliant. Spotify again, which is, I'm sure everybody knows that. Again, access to hundreds of thousands of albums and songs. Really, really brilliant system. And obviously Google Maps, stuff like that. So really good. Phone book, the whole lot. In here you can adjust things like temperature, distance, miles or kilometers, etc. just coming back to this Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you use, as I said, the plug-in is here just in the central armrest, and your wires can feed through the top, and you can have your phone down here and be able to interact with it. You can get these wireless, I'm sure you've seen them on social media, the wireless phone adapters, which is done through Bluetooth technology. So you just Bluetooth your phone to the wireless adapter, and the sound quality is absolutely awesome. I've got it in my car simply because I didn't want the leads hanging about, but in order to charge it, you will have to use the lead. But having Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in these cars nowadays is an absolute must. More and more people are relying on them. It's just a good thing to have. But a really great car, this, in superb condition. As I say, really great condition on the bodywork. I'm not going to say it's totally unmarked. The car has done 42,000 miles, but it is way above average condition, this. It's been very well looked after. We've serviced it, done a couple of little bits of remedial work, but absolutely wonderful car. Will come with 12 months Mazda approved. Very rare car as well, being GT specification. 2019 vehicle in great condition. If you want to find out more about this CX-5 2-litre 165 PS GT Sport Nav Plus, finished in Snowflake white, having done 42,000 miles, please go onto our website, which is www.twhiteandsons.co.uk. Thanks for watching.